Maddie Grissom, and I'm a teaching artist here at the Rose Theater. I'm so excited to be hanging out with you today. The last few weeks, we have been working on characters. We've been using our 3 acting tools to create different characters. If you've watched the other ones, say the acting tools with me. Ready? Body, voice, and imagination. This week, we are going to be using our imagination to create costumes. I'm so excited. Here at the Rose Theater, we have 2 amazing costume designers. Sherry and Zach are the people who will read the plays and the stories we are going to do at the Rose Theater, create a rendering of the costumes, and then actually sew together and make the costumes that you see on stage at the Rose Theater. They have an awesome job, and today we are going to be learning about that job. So, you're going to need a few things today. The first thing you are going to need is either a plain sheet of paper, all you need, or if you happen to have a costume design sheet like this, grab that. But all you really need is a plain sheet of paper. You are going to need a pencil. It'll be very important. You have a pencil with an eraser on it. And then something to color with. I have all of these colored pencils with me, but you can use crayons, markers, paints, whatever you want to do to color. You are also going to need trash bags, just regular trash bags you can find in your kitchen. You'll also have to ask your big person at home if it's okay for you to use scissors. You might need to do this activity with an adult. When Sherry and Zach start to design the costumes, the first thing they do is read the play that they are designing. And if the play is based off a book, they will also read that book. Earlier in the season, we did a play called A Bucket of Blessings, and it's based off of this book right here, A Bucket of Blessings. I was in this play. I played this character right here, Monkey. I'm going to read this book to you, and at the end, we are going to design a costume for one of the characters in this book, A Bucket of Blessings by Kabir Shigal and his mom, Sharista Segal. Illustrated by Sing Sing Song. Near a majestic mountain in a vast jungle with many mango trees lives Monkey. It has not rained for weeks. The village well and the pond are dry. There was no water. Monkey and his neighbors look everywhere for the water, but no luck. Then Monkey remembers a story his mama used to tell him, a story about how peacocks can make it rain by dancing. So he decides to climb to a nearby mountain to visit Peacock. But Peacock does not have good news. "Oh, Monkey, I need water to make it rain," he says. "Can you find me some?" Monkey isn't sure, but he says he'll try. On his way back down the mountain, Monkey stops to cool off in a cave. Hidden inside is a spring. Do you see the water? Monkey rushes to find a bucket. He fills it and heads back up the mountain toward Peacock. Look, he's got the water in the bucket. "Where did you find this wonderful water?" asks Toad. "Hidden inside a cave," says Monkey. Oh no, do you see what's happening to the water? And where are you taking this wonderful water? Asks Rabbit. Back up the mountain to Peacock, says Monkey. Oh no. And what will you do with this wonderful water? Says Mongoose. We'll try to make it rain, says Monkey. Finally, Monkey reaches the top of the mountain. He can't wait to show Peacock his bucket of water. But when he does, it's almost empty. Monkey is crushed. This leaky bucket is cursed, he says. But Monkey, says Peacock, look behind you. Wow. Look at all the colors. Yet, Monkey is still worried. This beauty won't last long if it doesn't rain soon. Monkey, says Peacock, if you can make the flowers bloom with just a few splashes of water, maybe I can make it rain after all. So Monkey pours the last drops from his bucket on Peacock. Whoa! Peacock dances and Monkey hopes. Look at Peacock dancing. That's so cool. Look at all of the colors and the peacock's feathers. Then the clear blue sky fills with rumbling clouds, and soon buckets of rain begin to fall. Monkey, says Peacock, that leaky bucket of yours? It was a blessing to us all. Look at all the different animals that the rain helped. And everyone says, the end. Now, after reading that book, Sherry went to the drawing board and she designed a costume. And that costume ended up looking like this. That's me in the costume that Sherry designed. Isn't that so cool? It kind of looks like Monkey. See, Monkey's blue, I'm wearing blue. And it helped me have the long tail like Monkey and ears like a monkey. It was very helpful for me as an actor to look like Monkey, to be Monkey. So now, friends, we are going to create our own design. You are going to need your piece of paper and your pencil now. We are going to design our rendering. Can you say rendering? Rendering. A rendering is our first design on paper of what we think our costume is going to look like. I am going to design Peacock's costume. Now, fun fact about peacocks, the male peacocks are the one with the gorgeous feathers, all of those bright, colorful feathers. So I am going to draw a boy peacock with all those beautiful feathers. You can draw a female peacock with a dress or anything like that and have those gorgeous feathers as well. I'm going to draw a boy peacock. So when I started to design Peacock, I looked at this picture. I'll let y'all look at it too. What are some things that you notice? I noticed that Peacock has really big, long feathers. I also noticed that he has these little feathers at the top of his head, which I think are super cute. I noticed that he has like a big puffy chest and some skinnier legs. He also has some feathers that go downward like that. And he's super fancy, as you can see, with all of the different colors. So when I designed my peacock, remember this is just my rendering, I made him look like this. He's got the crown of feathers on the top of his head. He's got some big feathers coming out from his back and a lot of them. And he's super fancy. So he has like a suit coat and a tie and pants, and making him look really nice and really fancy. So that's what mine looks like. I want you to take time, and you should also look at this picture. What are some things you notice? You can hit pause on the video right here so that you can keep looking at the picture. The next step is to add colors because Peacock is super colorful, and we need to know what colors you as a designer want on your costume. So now is when you're going to take out all of those colors that you have. Crayons, markers, paints. I have colored pencils that I'm going to use. And color to your heart's desire. Let us know what colors you want in your costume. So when I was designing my Peacock, I knew that Peacock needed to be very colorful because of what I saw in the book. And so I got all of the prettiest colors I could find and made all of his feathers different colors all the way around. And then used those same colors to make sure that his tie was a bunch of different colors, and that his pants were these funky cool colors, and that his shoes were bright pink. My friends, here's the fun part. Now that you've colored in your design, your rendering, and you have designed your character, we are now going to make our costumes. You can do this a couple different ways. Either if you want to go into your closet and see if you can find something that looks a lot like this, go for it. See if you can create a costume from all of the different things that you have in your house. There's also a really fun thing that I like to do, is I like to create trash bag costumes. I'm going to see if I can take this trash bag and make it look kind of like this. Now this trash bag is white and this is very colorful. So I might want to add some colored paper to it. I might want to color on my trash bag with markers. You can do anything to make this trash bag look like your rendering. So to design my costume, I'm really going to focus on the jacket and the feathers of my Peacock costume, because jackets are open, so I have to cut up the middle anyways for it to open like a jacket. So I'm going to come down here to the bottom, and I'm going to cut straight up the middle. See, this is why I ask your big people to help. I should probably ask my big person to help me too. Cut straight up the middle to make a jacket. Sometimes when you get it going, you can just tear it. And it kind of looks like a jacket, except I can't put my arms through. Kind of like a cape right now. Maybe if you need a cape, you could use this as a cape. But I need armholes. So I'm going to cut out just a little bit below where this part is, because that's where my shoulder goes. So I should probably cut right here and cut a hole for my arm to go through. So there's that armhole. Come on over here to this side. Now, when Sherry and Zach are designing costumes, they don't use paper trash bags. They use actual fabric and create gorgeous costumes like the one that I had for Bucket of Blessings. But because not all of us have access to a sewing machine, we use trash bags. So see how I can like throw this on like a jacket, right, like that. Now I have my trash bag jacket. Now I have a ton of colored paper, so I can create a big feathers, all these big feathers coming out from my back. Give me a second. Let me see what I can do. So the first thing I did when I first started creating my feathers was I took a bunch of different pieces of colored paper, or if you use white paper and color on them, that works too. And I cut them out in all different shapes and sizes of all of my different colors. And then I taped them onto the back. But as you can see now, my actual back is really plain. So I'm going to take all these leftover pieces. I'm going to take a piece of tape, not very big, just about this big, and make it into a circle, like that. That way I can put it on one of my feathers and just stick it on the back. Let's see how that turns out. Okay, I think I am finished. I love it. Oh my goodness. My friends, now that you've created your costume and I've created mine, we've used our imaginations to become our characters. Now's the fun part. We get to use our body and our voice to bring our characters to life. If you remember, we played a game called 1,000 Ways to Cross the Room. It was in my first video where we went from one side of the room to the other as different characters. Well, now that you are a character, I want you to play that game on your own. I want you to see how many different ways you can cross the room as your character. So as Peacock, maybe I'd be very fancy in my walk, and I'd walk with my feet like this, and my high knees. Or maybe I'm a really sassy peacock, so I'm going to bob my head as I'm walking across the room. Or maybe I'm a very sad peacock because there's no water, no pani. So I'm going to walk very sad across the room, ruffle my feathers a little. I want you to see how many different ways you can cross the room. And if you use your voice to become your character, you can play Ma and come up with all the different ways that your voice could change to create your character. Does my peacock have a very low voice? Ma ha ha. Does it have a very high voice? Ma! Or is it somewhere in the middle? I don't know. Now's time for you to use your imagination, your body, and your voice to become your character. Have so much fun playing, friends. And if your big person says yes, take a picture or a video of you being your character and post it to our Facebook and tag the Rose Theater. I so want to see all of the different characters that you have created. Thank you so much, friends. I can't wait to hang out with you again next week. Bye!